Did closing the game so forcefully kind of shift momentum for you guys?
Yeah, we've been struggling with that, closing out games, and that was a big point for us tonight to make sure we close out the game. We knew Indiana, what they wanted to do, and that they were going to try to push it down our throats and get in the paint and score the ball. We just have to bite our teeth and guard them.
I felt like on Paul George, to be honest with you. I just heard the crowd go crazy on a few of them, and I looked up and we had steals, and I was able to get a few, and it was a great stretch. I've never been a part of anything like it.
No, that was like a video game. I definitely seen one of the video games I played. So that was crazy.
Celtics win 103-94 after a shocking 10-0 run to close out the game. We're going to break this one down here on the Garden Report, powered by Grandstand on CLNS Radio and Celtics Blog.
Yes, I'm the boss.
Welcome to the show. I am Jared Weiss. I'm here with Sam Packard.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci, as the Italians say. The Celtics won, shockingly, because it did not look like it was going to happen up until about 2 minutes left, where they forced 4 turnovers in a row on pickoffs out in the backcourt with thundering fast breaks. They scored on all 4 of them, and they end up going on a 10-0 run to close this game out. What the hell happened there?
The Celtics went small is what happened. 5 minutes left in the game. They put in Smart for Jared Sullinger, I believe, and the Pacers only scored 4 points in the final 5 minutes, and the Celtics just dominated on defense. They got more physical and created those 4 opportunities for easy layups. There was a stretch in the game from, I think it was 5 minutes left in the third to that point, where they only scored 11 points. The offense really struggled after having a decent first half, and I'm not exactly sure what turned it around, but the small ball lineup definitely helped, and they were able to shut down the Pacers.
And they finally had some of that Marcus Smart and Jay Crowder furious ball pressure. The Pitbulls were let out of the cage at the end of that game, and that was what was winning them games earlier in the season, and we just really haven't seen it at all until now, pretty much.
And don't forget about Avery Bradley. I think they really haven't had a time or extended period of time where Bradley, Crowder, and Smart have been all healthy and all playing well, and I think that's the key to the Celtics' success this year, is those 3 players just providing great perimeter defense. You can kind of switch the parts around them. When you want the offense, you can go to Isaiah Thomas. You can bring in Evan Turner and Amir Johnson if you want more defense. But it's really those three pit bulls, like Fluffy in the first Harry Potter guarding the Sorcerer's Stone, I think were the real key for the victory tonight.
So is it 3 separate pit bulls with 1 head, or 1 pit bull with 3 separate heads?
That's what I was debating on Twitter. I didn't get a clear answer, but I like the idea of 1 pit bull with 3 separate heads, and then Chris Forsberg had the idea of 1 pit bull with 3 heads, but that was just the Pitbull, the musical artist, which I think was a fantastic idea. So any variation of that, and the Celtics are going to win basketball games.
I mean, whatever gets them on Calle right? So at the end of the game, we saw Marcus Smart get a steal. We saw Jay Crowder get a steal. We saw Amir Johnson get a steal, and that guy had a hell of a game. He had a career high, 18 rebounds. He also got points, 6 assists. He almost had a triple-double. I was on triple-double watch since the 2 points in the first quarter. I was waiting for it. We never quite got there, but he had probably his best game as a Celtic tonight.
It was amazing. After the first 6 minutes, you looked up and he had all of the team's rebounds. I think it was 7 at that point. He finished the quarter with 9 rebounds. And in the second half, he was great on the offensive end of the floor, both in the post with that little jump hook, but then also following his own shot. I think he got 8 offensive rebounds in this game, and that was huge for the Celtics, because if they can't shoot, he's there to clean up those mistakes. That makes their offense that much better.
And he actually made some plays. He had that jump hook in the fourth quarter that was pretty big. He was actually getting his own rebound. He misses a lot of jump hooks, airballs jump hooks sometimes. But tonight, it was one of those nights where he was able to actually fight for that offensive rebound and get a second chance. He probably needed to kick it out of there a little bit more than he did. And he had a few missed shots on second chance points because he was kind of smothered down there. But he was able to assert himself at a level that I don't think he's really been able to against, I'd say, half the teams in the league.
And in the past 2 games against the Pacers, they were really dominated by kind of journeyman bigs, Lavoy Allen, Jordan Hill, Jan Mahimi. That didn't really happen tonight, and I think that's got largely to do with Amir Johnson's physicality in the paint, especially on the defensive end of the floor.
All right, when we come back for part 2, we'll talk about what Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder did. But before we go to that, got to talk about Take IQ. So Celtics fans, on February 10th, Paul Pierce will return to the TD Garden as a member of the LA Clippers to face the Boston Celtics, and CLNS Radio and Tick IQ have teamed up to get you in the building. So simply follow at CLNS Radio on Twitter and CLNS _Jared Weiss for the hell of it. And you will be entered into a contest to win a pair of tickets. Contest is underway now, so just simply follow at CLNS Radio on Twitter. The winner will be drawn at random on January 31st on that edition of Celtics Beat. So don't forget, you can purchase tickets to all the local sports teams here: Patriots, Celtics, Bruins, Red Sox. Do people still buy Red Sox tickets?
Revolution.
The Revolution, the Boston Cannons. They're still a thing, right?
There's a women's professional hockey team.
You could go watch my former BU Terriers women's field hockey team. They're pretty good. So you can go to Tick IQ to get those. Of course, concerts and shows as well. So download the Tick IQ app for your iPhone or for your Droid phone, and to receive 10% off your first purchase, use the promo code BOSTON. That's Boston. I think you know how to spell that probably. When downloading the Tick IQ mobile app. Read over, bills paid. Let's get out of here. Part 2 coming on up.
No, I think it was just all, hard and hustle, not quitting, even though we missed some tough shot, got some turnovers, we still were able to get back on defense and get a couple steals. That's been our main thing, even when calls don't go away or we argue with the refs or whatever it is, we still got to get back and play defense, we definitely showed that tonight. It just makes it a lot easier, especially for us bigs, even though their bigs come up and set screens and they're able to get into the ball and get steals. It just makes it easy for us. And when everybody's doing that, all the guards and the bigs are up playing defense, we're able to get steals and buckets and transition.